Yeah, we continue our countdown to the first leg of the Qatar between the Super Eagles of Nigeria and the Black Stars of Ghana. My name is Olafemi Ashaolu, and today on Nigeria Super Fans Forum, it's not yet time for players to watch regarding the hammer, but today a Ghanaian player catches our attention, and that person is Thomas Partey, doing wonderfully well for Arsenal, the Gunners. I know today our Ghanaian viewers, of course, they will be very, very happy and pleased. Kayode Ogundare is in the studio. Kayode, you've been wonderful since we started our countdown, so you need some some accolade. Okay, let's talk about Thomas Partey. How crucial do you think it will be for Ghana in that in both legs now for the Black Stars? He's played 21 games for Arsenal this season. He started the season with injury. He missed a couple of games at the start. But he has established himself. Even while he was at Atletico Madrid with Diego Simeone, very difficult to play under. Not in terms of relating with players now, in terms of if you don't get
expectation,
you get you out of the team. He established himself, joined Arsenal, and is proving to be very, very crucial for Arsenal's push to qualify for the Champions League. Over the weekend, he scored against Leicester City. So, how much of a threat will it be to the Super Eagles in the middle?
Let me start by saying. Let me start by saying
I just remember that you have your Ghanaian brother.
Yes, I am happy. I met Thomas a few years back while he was still at Atletico Madrid, and the Thomas Partey that Arsenal bought is the Thomas Partey they are seeing now in the last few games. Because to be honest with you, he hasn't exactly set the league alight since he got to Arsenal, but that could be as a result of a whole lot of things. But the player he was at Atletico, the box-to-box player, the player that has vision, the player that has positional awareness, the player that can run 120 kilometers per hour without gasping for breath, is the player that they have now. And the player that pops up with the occasional goal. He could have gotten 2 on Sunday.
Yeah, he struck the
bar after getting that good goal. So for me, this is the Thomas Partey that should, no caps, instill fear in the minds of the Super Eagles. Because I'm not. I'm just being realistic. In this form, Thomas Partey is unplayable.
When you play for Arsenal, it's different from when you play for the national team.
Yeah, but
the quality of players.
Femi, as much as I want to agree with you, but then see, the players might be different, but your home class is permanent. If you are good, you are good. You may not be good 90 minutes, but those flashes of brilliance, games turn on moments of magic like that. Imagine he pops up, scores a goal,
so
and
they put him in that category of players who can do that.
He is capable of doing that, and he has shown over the past few games that is an integral part of why Arsenal had on this run of games. And for me, I think it is something of joy for Ghana, and to be honest, even for me as an African, because I always want to see our African brothers doing well. I always want to see our African brothers doing well. For me, it's not easy to play out there in Europe, because you have to be twice as good as the European. The expectation, the demand, what the average European will do and get away with, you dare not do it. You are judged by the highest standards, so you cannot afford to fall down. Especially one, then two. If a club pays that kind of money on you, they expect immediate, instant rewards, and Arsenal are getting those rewards now. Maybe it's too early to say, but with this form and going into the World Cup qualifier, I think Thomas Partey is in a place where he wants to be in his career as a person and for his national team. And I'm very sure that he will be one of the first names on the roster.
Okay, would you say let me put it this way. In my own term, would you say he's the highest ranked Black Star player right now? Or most important player to Ghana? Maybe I should put it that way. Would you say he's the most important player in that Ghana national team?
Femi, without trying to second guess you might say that probably because of the club, the pedigree of the club where he plays,
and his performance has been very consistent
in the past few games. Yeah, but I do not think so. I do not think so. Yeah, the Ghanaian, the average Ghanaian mentality is like the Nigerian. It's like we are like South Americans. Thomas Partey is a much more technical player. We like our samba. We like players with skill, and there are more skillful players in the Ghanaian team than Thomas Partey. You understand? It's just like when I've been asked this question a lot of times. People ask me, Kanu or Okocha, who is the better player? I tell them they have different skill sets. Okocha is the typical South American player. Kanu is the European kind of player. So when you're talking about Kanu and Okocha, you're talking about somebody like Ronaldo and Messi. They are two different individuals. So to bring it back to Ghana now, Ghana have much more skillful players than Partey. Yeah, there are players that you've not had the opportunity to see. One, possibly because you do not reckon with the Ghana team. One, then secondly, because they as a team they did not do too well at the AFCON, so we didn't get to see those individual players stand out. They have very exciting players. I am trying to keep this to myself until when we begin to look at players to watch. So that's when we'll talk about this. But for now, let me just leave it at the point where I say they have very, very exciting players who are very skillful, dribble, feint, do all this off and on and off the ball. But for skill, for energy, for tireless running, box to box, popping in and out, a vision, position awareness is among the best they have.
So who among the Super Eagles, lastly as we run out of the studio for today, who among the Super Eagles players do you think can actually shackle Partey in Igabon's starting 11 that he said, okay, I already have my team.
I am not in Igabon's set, so I do not know who and who will be in that first 11.
Okay, but who would you say Igabon should say, okay, your assignment is to make sure this guy doesn't do the damage?
I would pick a Frank Oyenka. Brentford's Frank Oyenka. That's a player I think we have underused.
He doesn't even.
That's why I say we have underused him. No, because he's relatively a newcomer to the team. But having seen him from his days before he came to England and what he has done so far in England, I think he's one of our most underused team. I would have said Ndidi, but then Ndidi has other advantages. So you can't just waste him on a player, especially somebody who might not necessarily constitute a goal threat directly. So I would prefer a Frank Oyenka on him. Of course, Aribo will be free. Frank Oyenka on him. Then, what's his name? Ndidi could be a shield in front of the central defense. Hey, I think I'm already doing a Guavon's work.
I was going to say that you took out of my mind. So once August Guavon is done with his national team assignment, I will gladly put in for Kyle Bundari to replace him.
Oh my! No! I do not want the job of a coach. I want to live long.
Why?
It is tasking for me.
So I think we should stop criticizing coaches.
Yeah, I do not. And that's why I always tell you that coaches are paid to do these things. Let's leave them to do it. That's why. Because I don't want to give myself high blood pressure when somebody is going to collect the money at the end of the month.
Okay, so that's why you see some good players after retirement, they don't even dare going to coach.
Exactly.
They just sit down and enjoy their
Exactly.
So Kyle Bundari has already given us what to expect of Thomas Partey in that first leg and even the return leg right here in Abuja. Remember that it is not yet time for players to work. Of course, we'll be bringing you that as we approach the first leg at the Cape Coast Stadium. So watch out for tomorrow, 9 days before the first leg clash in Ghana. I remain Oluwafemi Ashaolu. Bye for now.